Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
I was kicked out.
Why did you kick her out? Your best friend since high school.
It wasn't by choice.
Life is all about choices.
Thank you.
And she said thank you, so that means she still stings from that burn.
In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Stop. Is that true? I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something.
That's not gonna happen. Not up in here, not today.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Emily Carter says she paid for her ex-friend to attend her destination wedding and says the defendant treated it like a free vacation and skipped the ceremony.
All rise. This court is now in session. Your Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Ms. Carter is suing Jenna Scott in the amount of $3,084.
All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas. Why is it that there's so much drama when it comes to weddings? I mean, it's the day that the man and the woman or whoever the partnership, however it plays out, they're there to confess their love and state before everybody that this is what our intention is and till death do us part, and it's supposed to be all of that. And yet we're here fighting over $3,084, and you as the bride want your money. Okay, Miss Carter, talk to me. Let's start with the relationship. Who's the guy? Tell me his story. I want to know your business first before we dive into all of this.
Well, we met in college.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And fell madly in love.
Of course you did.
Yes. And he got on well with my family. Everything.
That's important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was the best relationship I've ever had.
So they say that some women, when they're going and getting their degree in college, they're also getting their MRS. Have you heard of that?
Oh.
So you were working on that MRS degree as well, huh? Okay. And so how did you meet Miss Scott?
We met in high school.
Oh, you knew her beforehand?
Yes, over
Okay.
10 years ago. And we've been friends ever since.
Okay. Miss Scott, what was the dynamic between you and Miss Carter? What made you decide she was somebody that you wanted to be friends with?
Oh, we were best friends. We were inseparable.
She seemingly appreciates your flow.
Yeah, that's how it used to be. It was really nice.
And
for
you
a
guys were
moment.
best friends? Yes?
Yes, through college, through everything.
Any particular reason why she wasn't asked to be the maid of honor?
Well, my sister was the maid of honor.
You understood that. You didn't have any issues with that, right?
I understood that when I was still in the party.
Ah, in the wedding party.
Yeah, so I was still a part of it.
The plot thickens.
Yes, and she was a part of mine. She was my maid of honor.
She was your maid of honor when you got married.
Yes.
You were in the party as one of the bridesmaids.
Yes, and I understood. She has sisters. And then I was kicked out.
Why did you kick her out? Your best friend since high school.
It wasn't by choice. My
Life is all about choices.
Thank you.
And she said thank you, so that means she still stings from that burn. Do you understand that?
I understand how she felt about it.
Not how she felt, past tense. She still feels it.
Your Honor,
Yes.
my mother-in-law and father-in-law were helping to fund the wedding.
Okay.
They insisted that we include her youngest daughter, a 12-year-old girl, in the bridal party. And I had my hands tied. I had to switch out Jenna for my sister-in-law, regardless of how much I would have wanted Jenna to be in the wedding.
You
I was
get
kicked
that.
out by a 12-year-old.
You were kicked out by a 12-year-old. Oh my gosh. You don't understand the dilemma that your best friend was in?
I understand because with financial obligations, she doesn't always get to control every single thing, but I feel like she could have fought for a lifelong friendship. Like, this is her day. So she couldn't have fought to have someone who's so important to her. We've always talked about being in each other's weddings. She was very important to mine. And then I was just kind of booted out. by a 12-year-old. And it seemed like...
Her being 12 really sticks in your craw, doesn't it?
Yes, because every single time it was something to do with alcohol, I could be involved, because obviously the 12-year-olds couldn't go to those. So then I was included. And then I was like kicked to the curb every time there wasn't alcohol. So it was just like a little number slot I just would like fill so the pictures could look nice, it seemed. I really, really felt like a one-off. Yeah.
Coming up on America's Court.
But she paid for other people's significant others, and he wasn't even on the invitation. It was like me plus one. But I'm already married to him, so like I don't know why we both couldn't have been on the invitation
I told you that was a mistake.
It wasn't.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Emily Carter, who is suing Jenna Scott for breach of contract.
So then why did you even go?
She didn't go.
I did.
Okay. We have different definitions of what it means to go to the wedding. You went to Tahiti. You had a destination wedding. They're beautiful, they're pricey. So I understand the economic constraints that you were under and trying to appease family members in this situation. Did you offer to pay for everyone who was invited to Tahiti or just certain people?
Only my closest friends.
There were other people who came to the wedding that they paid for their own hotel, air, etc.
Yes.
How many people did you pay for?
I paid for 5.
Okay. And Miss Carter was one of those 5.
Yes.
All right.
Your Honor, she paid for it when I was still a part of the wedding, and it was non-refundable. So when I got kicked out of the wedding party, she wouldn't get any money back still. It was already paid for, it was already gone.
I would have paid for it regardless. You were my best friend.
You decide that you're going to go to Tahiti even though you knew that you were not going to be a part of the party.
I had every intention to go and celebrate her marriage, but throughout the week, well, we have a complicated relationship with how they feel about my husband now.
What's the story with, okay, how'd you meet him? I'm all in your business as well. What's the story?
Oh, we met in college as well. Super unique.
Another MRS degree, huh?
I guess.
Check that box, all right.
Yes.
And how long have the two of you been married?
We've been married for 1 year.
Okay.
I
it
guess
was
over a year now.
And what's his name?
Eric.
Eric?
Yeah.
What's the story with Eric? Why is there issues around Eric?
They just don't respect him. And so
Because?
they don't like, I don't feel like you guys really respect his line of work.
What type of work does he do?
He's a musician.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a tough gig.
It
I mean, we
is.
all love artists, but it's a tough gig in terms of if you're trying to start a family and you're trying to
Right.
to have some sort of consistency with your routine.
Yeah, and so financially, sometimes it's hard. And like, I don't have parents or in-laws that are going to pay for an entire wedding. So
Well, she was only
little
paying for
different.
you to come to the wedding, or were you paying for her and Eric?
no, just me.
Just you?
Yeah.
That makes sense. And did
But
Eric
she
want to
paid
go?
for other people's significant others. And he wasn't even on the invitation. It was like me plus one. But I'm already married to him. So like, I don't know why we both couldn't have been on the invitation
I told
card.
you that was a mistake.
It wasn't. Like, that's,
I mean,
how
if
can you
you're
mistake that? And your
if you're
best
the
friend was.
person who just happened to show up to the wedding, I could see how that could be a mistake. If you were the maid of honor in her wedding, and you refer to her husband that you stood there next to her and he's plus one,
It's embarrassing.
it's sort of a dig. If not intentionally, it's that passive aggressive sort of thing that people don't even realize they're doing sometimes.
This isn't really about our husbands.
Well,
This
no,
is
it's
about
about
us.
the relationship, but your relationship includes these other people. We're talking about in-laws, we're talking about spouses, we're talking about sister-in-laws. So we're talking about this village, and you guys are not right with each other, but you're like, I need you to be good because this is my day and it's about me. And I was there for you, now it's your turn to be there for me, and you need to understand what I'm dealing with and the stress of just getting married, let alone dealing with these in-laws and the travel, and I get all of it. Ultimately, you decided to go. Did Eric come with you?
We did. We ended up saving up enough where he could come with.
So he paid for himself.
Yeah.
You get there. How many days were you going to be there before the wedding?
It was a 6-night hotel stay.
6 nights.
Yeah.
And during the course of those other days, did you have activities planned for the group and family and different, or was everybody just sort of, you're on your own, but we're gonna have maybe a rehearsal dinner, pre-party, party, and then we're gonna leave?
We had activities planned, and even...
Did she show up?
No.
I went to some.
You went to 2.
Two out of a total of how many?
Out of 5. She didn't go to the ceremony.
She didn't go to the wedding ceremony?
No.
You didn't go to the wedding ceremony of your best friend?
I did not go to the ceremony.
Why even go to Tahiti if you weren't going to go to the ceremony?
I had every intention to go to the ceremony. I really did.
She was posting on the beach that it was her honeymoon.
No, I was not. That is not true. Basically what happened was I went to everything at the beginning. I was playing nice. I felt really welcomed, and then I slowly just felt like more and more embarrassed. And
why didn't you go to the wedding?
I felt like I shouldn't. I felt like I wasn't welcome. Like throughout the week, the entire time, I just felt like I was being one-off. There wasn't that many people there.
Well, why not tell her that I'm not going to come to the wedding, and here's why.
I don't want to stress her out. It's her wedding.
And you think not seeing you there after she's paid for you to get to Tahiti wasn't stressful?
Well, I felt like it wasn't about me, and I didn't want to make it about me.
You are making it about you.
You were making it about you.
I was trying to...
I mean, did Eric say, come on, babe, come on, we should just go?
I suppose...
It's also a vacation.
Yeah.
And?
Coming up on America's Court.
The whole point of the destination wedding is a wedding.
And the vacation.
Actually,
Otherwise, you would just have the wedding in New Jersey.
No,
it's not. Wedding.
It's not a destination vacation with a side wedding.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Emily Carter, who is suing Jenna Scott for breach of contract.
So the whole point of a destination wedding is to provide this destination for everyone involved.
The whole point of the destination wedding is a wedding.
And the vacation.
Actually,
Otherwise, you would just have the wedding in New Jersey.
No,
for
it's
my
not.
wedding.
It's not a destination vacation with a side wedding.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
exactly
we're there
what
to
you're saying.
enjoy the destination of this celebration.
A destination wedding is describing the wedding and where it's going to be.
I guess at the time, it
the
felt
focus
like...
being on the couple and what makes them happy and what lifts and celebrates them, not the couple who didn't get a chance to get a honeymoon, and so now they're taking advantage of this time in Tahiti.
I guess if you look at it through that point of view, I can see that's not...
So if you look at it through that point of view, if you look at it with that lens, and you didn't go to the wedding, why wouldn't you just say, well, here's the cost of the monies that you lost out because I just couldn't be there?
Because I felt like, well, first of all, it was a gift. It wasn't a contract. It was not an agreement. There wasn't a, if you don't go to this, you don't get this, you have to pay back that. That was never the case. It was, hey, I will pay for this, I want you in the wedding, just kidding, but I can't refund it. And so
I want you to go to the wedding. The tickets were given with the understanding that I wanted you at my wedding.
The tickets were given with the understanding that I was in the party, and then you were just kind of out of luck when you changed your mind.
Coming up on America's Court.
You knew that her husband had been sexually intimate with someone else who was at the wedding.
I found out when I was there.
You found out at the wedding.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Emily Carter, who is suing Jenna Scott for breach of contract.
I remember reading something in the complaint about your husband having had some sort of contact with another woman at the wedding. Is there something about that?
She hid that from me. She knew information that I didn't know. My husband ended up sharing it with me, and then I found out that she knew about it later. It makes, sorry.
You knew that her husband had been sexually intimate with someone else who was at the wedding.
Yes, but
And she didn't tell me.
It was before their relationship, so I knew it would hurt her more than it would help her.
And you felt the friendship was such that you couldn't tell her.
Yes.
I found out when I was there.
You found out at the wedding.
In Tahiti.
How did you end up finding out?
He told me.
Why did he wait to be in Tahiti? Because she was there. He didn't necessarily know she was going to be there. And he was like, here's the deal.
Yeah. Sorry.
I knew she would be upset about it, but he hadn't betrayed her like that. There were other problems with him that I have in terms of their relationship, but...
So you do have problems with him?
Yes,
you really
but not in the way that she thinks.
You really didn't want him to be there?
I thought the best thing would be for her to have time away from him.
From my husband?
Yes.
See, I'm thinking that this was about you not being in the party.
It started.
This is really about Eric.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
For me, the contract is really about will you come to the wedding? But if you're kicking it on the beach, putting on the sunscreen and the suntan lotion while she's walking down the aisle, that violates the spirit of the agreement, and agreements can be oral as well as written, as long as there's a meeting of the minds. And when you accepted that you would go on that trip, you were saying through that acceptance, I will be at your wedding.
There was no thing saying if I didn't go, I would have to pay everything back. She
Okay.
knows that I was strapped for cash. She knows that. And then when I found
You were
out
strapped
that...
for cash, and yet Eric found a way to find himself there.
Because we thought it was important to get him there, and everything changed
You
when
thought it was important to get him there. Miss Carter
we,
didn't
as
feel
in
as though-
Eric and I.
Right, I understand.
Yeah.
You have proof of the cost. Well, are you disputing that it was $3,084?
No, that's correct.
This is no disputing that.
No dispute on what she paid and what she gifted.
Fair enough. Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel is going to come down in favor of the plaintiff. She should have the expectation through that agreement with you to have your presence at the wedding unless there was a legitimate reason. I don't hear one. So you will pay her that $3,084. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $3,084.
Friends don't take advantage of each other like that.
Friends don't lie about their husbands.
Step outside, sign some paperwork, ladies.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.